Imagine waking up to find out that the government of the most powerful nation on earth has simply stopped working. Offices closed, workers unpaid, airports in chaos, and millions of people cut off from basic services. It sounds like a scene from a dystopian film, but it's happening right now. The United States government is officially in shutdown, and the world is watching the collapse of a system once seen as unshakable. But how did this happen? Since 1976, when the modern budget system was established, Congress has needed to approve yearly funding for all government operations. If Democrats and Republicans can't agree, the government legally loses its authority to spend money. That's exactly what we're seeing today. A political standoff between conservative Republicans demanding deep cuts in social and environmental programs, and Democrats insisting on maintaining investments in infrastructure and climate action. The result? Paralysis. No budget means no paychecks, no services, and no stability. According to the Office of Management and Budget, over 800,000 federal workers are currently unpaid. The Labor Department has suspended vital economic reports, and even NASA has halted major projects and research missions. At the same time, airports are descending into chaos. The Federal Aviation Administration has confirmed that 10% of flights are delayed or canceled at major U.S. hubs like New York, Los Angeles, and Chicago. Why? Because air traffic controllers and TSA agents are still working, but without pay. Passengers are furious, flights are thinning, and the safety of the system itself is at stake. If you want to understand how this political crisis could reshape the global economy, subscribe to GEOPOLITICS and World Updates and turn on the bell icon. We break down world events and reveal the power struggles shaping our future. Meanwhile, the social impact is spreading fast. The SNAP Food Assistance Program, which supports over 40 million Americans, came close to being suspended entirely. A federal court had to intervene to ensure families wouldn't starve during the standoff. Across the country, food banks are overwhelmed and grocery prices are rising. Economists say this is the worst domestic disruption since the 2008 financial crash, and it's all fueled by political brinksmanship in Washington. While ordinary citizens struggle, Congress remains gridlocked in a war of ideology. The far-right Republican faction aligned with Donald Trump is demanding sweeping budget cuts and attacking what it calls woke spending. Democrats accuse them of endangering the global economy for political theater. Every day of shutdown costs the U.S. economy about $1.5 billion USD, a price no one seems willing to pay, yet everyone is paying anyway. What do you think? Is this just another Washington standoff, or are we witnessing the beginning of America's decline as a global leader? Share your thoughts in the comments. Your opinion matters and keeps this debate alive. Consumer confidence in the U.S. has fallen to its lowest level in over 3 years, according to new Reuters data. Stock markets are volatile, the dollar is losing short-term strength, and central banks worldwide are on alert. Analysts warn that if the shutdown lasts more than 30 days, the shockwaves could hit trade, energy markets, and emerging economies around the world. If you're finding this analysis useful, hit the like button right now. It really helps the channel grow and keeps us producing deep, independent geopolitical content every week. But beyond the numbers, this crisis exposes something deeper: the crumbling governance of Western democracies. What's unfolding in Washington is not just an American problem. It's part of a broader pattern across the West: polarization, populism, and the erosion of institutional trust. The so-called free world is increasingly paralyzed by its own divisions. And while the West tears itself apart, other powers are rising. China continues to expand its economic footprint across Asia and Africa. India is quietly building global influence. Even Russia, despite sanctions, remains strategically active. The balance of global power is shifting, and the American shutdown is another sign that the old order is fading. Don't forget to subscribe to Geopolitics and World Updates for weekly insights into this new multipolar era. We bring you the stories behind the headlines with context, clarity, and global perspective. Because make no mistake, the U.S. shutdown is more than a budget fight. It's a symbol of an empire at war with itself. The greatest threat to American power today isn't coming from Beijing or Moscow. It's coming from within Washington. And when a superpower stumbles, the entire world feels the quake. So if you want to keep understanding these global shifts, like this video, subscribe, and share it with someone who wants to see beyond the mainstream narrative. Here at Geopolitics and World Updates, we don't just report the news, we explain what it means for the future of humanity. Because this isn't just a government shutdown, it's the possible end of an era and the dawn of a new world order.